I'm finally 18! Go!
You gotta pay taxes.
How much do I owe?
That's the fun part. You gotta calculate that.
What if I don't know how?
I don't know. Guess maybe?
Do you know how much I owe?
Yes, the precise amount actually.
Can you just tell me?
No! Listen, kid. Pay your taxes in the next 10 seconds or you're going to federal prison.
Federal prison?
5, 4...
Okay, here's $200, please.
Yeah, you going to jail.
No!
We really live in a society.
Welcome back to the O Show, and welcome back to another episode of 10 Minute Spotlight. And on today's show, I have a very good friend of mine. I have Pat Larson on. He is a part of Zen Ledger, and I know how excited you all are to learn about crypto taxes because y'all pay your crypto taxes, right? I hear crickets. Just kidding. How are you doing today, Pat?
Really good. Thanks for having me, Wendy.
I'm excited to have you. And are you familiar with 10 Minute Spotlight?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, sure. Ready for it.
You don't get a price.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start the clock for 10 minutes. Pat is going to have 10 minutes to answer all of my questions, but if he goes a little bit longer, that's okay because this conversation is going to be extremely important for all of you to sustain your wealth because the O Show is all about getting you guys rich and keeping you rich and keeping you with your wealth. So I'm going to go ahead and start the clock for 10 minutes. So Pat, tell us what Zen Ledger is.
Sure. Zen Ledger is like TurboTax for cryptocurrency investors and tax professionals. So we work with your tax professional if you have one. If you don't, we'll work directly with you and help you self-file. We're an official TurboTax partner, but we'll ingest all your transactions across all your exchanges, all your wallets, DeFi. We'll help you clean it up. We have customer service for you all the time by chat, email, and phone. And we'll get it out to your tax forms that you can go ahead and file. And then we can also do things like tax loss harvesting, show you your portfolio, show you what you can sell right now at a loss to trade into another asset so that you're keeping more crypto in your accounts rather than paying them in taxes or kind of mismanaging things a little bit.
So would you say that Zen Ledger is a great portfolio tool to have all year round because it can kind of help you determine when is a good time to sell, when is a good time to buy, how much profit you want to take out, any of that?
Sure, yeah. Like all of us have crypto all over the place, right? Like it's in your Mu, your Coinbase, your Ledger, maybe some of it's stuck overseas or whatever. We don't talk about VPNs here, but so it's hard to keep track of it all. But if you keep track of it all in Zen Ledger, then we can give you real time, tax status. So you're like, oh, if I sell 10 BNB now, I'm going to have this much profit versus selling a coin that's trading at a loss. And I still get like the equivalent of 1 ETH that I want to free up because I want to go send it somewhere else. So instead of selling your BNB, go sell some, DeFi token that you bought like at like a high and it's trading below it because you want to free up those funds to go buy something else. So you move your funds around in a tax advantage way.
Awesome. Quick question about DeFi. I'm getting a lot of questions of people asking me, how do I pay taxes on DeFi? So can you just explain that really, really briefly and if that's possible?
So it's complicated and DeFi has so many flavors, but a year ago we saw like, oh, DeFi is going to be huge. So we started making investments there to make sure the integrations are very smooth for you. We're the leader in the industry with about 30 integrations, including all the major ones, Uniswap, Sushi Swaps, all the fruit food swaps, Aave, anything you need, and we'll classify things for you. So if you're earning interest income in cash or crypto, we'll categorize that for you. If you're moving crypto in and out, but you're not selling it, then we'll mark those as non-taxable self-transfers, and we'll also deduct the gas fee from your tax liability. So you're saving there as well. So we're doing a ton of automation for you.
Nice. So I can deduct my gas fees.
Yeah, they're transaction fees. And now gas is ridiculous, especially if you're in Texas. So, you just gotta make sure you account for those things.
Amazing. Awesome. Okay. And really quick to kind of touch on what you just said in the beginning, you guys have a network that's 24/7, 365. So if people purchase the Zen Ledger platform or get the subscription, they can go ahead and reach out to anybody in the network. And you guys have a list of tax professionals that can help people. So if you guys are watching this and you're like, I don't know where to go for my crypto taxes, if you sign up for Zen Ledger, you guys have a network, you guys can kind of guide them with
Yeah,
that?
so we help you, nights and weekends. We realize like people don't want to do taxes and they procrastinate, so we make sure we're even more staffed up closer to the tax deadlines. We do recommend other tax professionals, and you can also purchase time through us with Andrew Gordon's accounting and law firm. His firm are just experts. They've helped like in esports and crypto, onshore, offshore, setting up stuff. So they're our go-to, and we're happy to partner with them. But any other tax professionals that are into crypto and have put out their shingle as a crypto expert as well.
Amazing. Would you mind showing us a quick demo of how to utilize a Zen Ledger to make it easy for some of the folks that need a visual representation?
Yeah, sure thing. Happy to. Here's my Brave browser, naturally. So you will just start here. And this is like, you'll have all your years that you can see. You'll see recent transactions. You'll see your crypto holdings, and you can dive in there and see your crypto holdings by exchange. So you kind of know where they are. But what you do is you just go ahead and you import. And you import sometimes mostly by API from exchanges. So you just have to hop over to that exchange, follow the instructions we have on the side, and we'll walk you through. It's very secure. It's read-only access. You don't ever have to give us any personal information. You can create an account with a hash or a Proton mail, anything you want. And you can download your tax forms and then delete your account if you want. And then the next year, come back, upload your account, and start again. So we're very secure in that way. But so you just upload anything you need to, whether it's exchanges, you look for, DeFi, you can upload CSVs too. So sometimes exchanges aren't supported because there's so many of them. Or you have a couple plugs, like your tax professional will say, hey, Cryptopia or something, like you need a plug there, Mt. Gox. Like we just need like a one line, like to sum this up. So we can help you format quick spreadsheets that are very clean, very easy to use as well. Manual entry, again, like you or your tax professional can create, one-off entries, marking things as staking, nodes, forks, airdrops, gifts, ICOs, and then tons of wallet support as well. And again, you just paste in a receiving address only. We never get your any access to any of your funds. Then once that's all in there, you'll just have this list of transactions, and you can clean them up anytime you want. You can edit them any way you want to. This is all your information, right? So you're the final say of what's in there. And you can search and slice and dice so that you can go find specific transactions. Our automatic error checking will come through and look for you and find like holes. Usually people will forget a wallet and they'll say, wait, like why do I have like 10,000 more that I owe that I think I did? And we'll look in there, we'll find a hole for them, or they can find it by looking for ingoing, outgoing transactions and be like, oh, I missed something. And then you just put it in, run the reports again, you're good to go. And then your tax forms are all here, your 8949, Schedule 1, Schedule D. If you have overseas accounts, the Department of Treasury is starting to look at those, so you may want to tag those. So in the future, when they say, hey, you have to report your overseas holdings, if you still have, like Binance or Liqui or something, then go ahead and report those. But that's the whole thing in a nutshell. We also produce a tax loss harvesting I can show you and full audit reports. So your tax professional can jump in here if needed, or you can just completely do it yourself. We have a really high net promoter score, and half of the testimonials say, we loved your software, it works so easy, so fast. And then the other half is like, thank you for your customer service. You really helped me. I didn't understand any of this. My CPA was going to fire me for being in crypto, but you saved me.
So quick question. I noticed you have Stacked on there, and Stacked is it's a bot platform. So people that are utilizing bots, even 3 commas, they're a partner of mine. I can just go ahead and plug that information in and it'll calculate it for me and I can hand it over to my tax guy.
Yeah, so DAOs, bots, we think about all these things, Zapperfy, Balance, Synthetics, 1inch. So we're constantly asking our customers, hey, what's the next thing you're getting into? Because our customers are generally very savvy. They're the first person on the block to get into crypto. They're the first person on the block to think like, oh, I have like a lot of assets now and like audits are coming. They're coming after John McAfee. I got a warning letter from Coinbase. Like, I should take this more seriously. Like, I've made a good amount of money here and I don't want to get audited, right?
Awesome. What about and then for well, obviously stable coins would be on there.
Yeah.
That's a question I'm going to have to ask Andrew. But because I've used Zen Ledger before with my tax guy, and literally all I do is I plug my stuff in and I just hand it over to him and they deal with it for my business, everything, because everything is run under my LLC and it's all I get paid in crypto. So I honestly just plug everything in, I hand it to my tax guy and they take care of everything and then I pay them.
Very cool, cutting edge. Yeah, and stable coins are crypto. The U.S. government doesn't recognize it as dollars, so usually there's no taxable gain because it pegs 1 to 1. But sometimes there's a little change, right? There's 1 cent, 2 cents, and that can add up if you're a whale.
So we're getting close on time here. Why don't you just give us some closing advice to anybody that is watching this, that is in crypto, that might be nervous about paying taxes, maybe why they want to utilize Zen Ledger? Because I could think of a million reasons why I use you guys, but maybe if I didn't touch on something, tell the audience that.
Yeah, we're extremely trusted in the space. Like Big Four accounting firms, ultra high net worth practice use us. Thousands of tax professionals have used us. We just announced exclusive partnerships with eToro, Abra, and CoinGecko. So some of the biggest names in the space. They could have picked any of our competitors to work with, and they chose us. We just support like everything you're going to need, and we're going to take care of you. The big things I would say is make sure that you keep your records clean. Right? It's very stressful if you have to like go through your shoebox and find all this stuff. So once a month, once every 3 months, go in there, hook things up, clean it up, ask our customer service some questions. We are going to start doing daily, up to the minute portfolio tracking. So you'll get used to using us more and more. But those are the things I would say, like be smart about what the tax laws are. Be smart about tax compliance becoming like a bigger thing at the IRS and the new administration. And then just keep your records clean because it's gonna bite you in the end. You're at the start of a many-year investment in crypto, and you want to have things clean from the start as you go forward.
In closing, Patrick, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us. And I'm also excited to let you guys know that I do have a discount code. It is going to be Wendy15. So if you guys go ahead and sign up under that ref link, I don't get anything, but you get to save 15% off your subscription at Zen Ledger. And I highly recommend you take advantage of it. I use them. And I mean, if you don't want to trust me, that's totally fine. But they make it very, very easy to go ahead and pay my taxes. And taxes are something that I do pay. I don't agree with paying taxes, but I do it because I am a mother and it's something I just have to do. So you might as well save 15% using the code Wendy15 for Zen Ledger. Thank you so much, Patrick. Have a great
Thanks,
rest
Wendy.
of your
You
day.
too.